My name's Emil. I'm a digital strategist. I answer marketing questions. This is episode 40, the big 40, and I want to talk about Facebook attribution windows. This question is from Reddit, and it's from Anderson R. Keegan. Does Facebook record the reach of an ad if it's been shown to the same person twice? I'm curious if when running an ad and it is passed through your Instagram feed once in the week, and then you see it again on your second week, is it that recorded as a view, reach times 2, or just once? I love this question because this really is at the heart of phenomenal funnel building, being able to properly track this. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how Facebook attribution works in the real world, my experience with it, even post iOS 15, Facebook ads reporting trick that I use when I'm looking at this for the funnel stages, and then how I use impression data in my funnels. But first, every Sunday, I send out one email that recaps all the marketing questions I answered that week. If you want to stay up to date on best practices, strategies, and become an overall stronger marketer, I think you would really enjoy this recap. It would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to the newsletter and my YouTube channel. Now, back to the answer. Most people that look at this problem of when is an impression being double counted start with their view-through window. This is a great place to understand how this functions actually, but this is where we solve for that problem. So your view-through window is an attribution setting within Facebook. Every platform has it. Facebook, Google, Bing, they all have a view-through window. A view-through attribution window is when the person, your target audience, sees your ad for the first time until they take an action. And some will track a view through window for 1 day, some will track it for 7. Every platform has its own different tracking model. But view through window doesn't mean when they'll start counting. It's just how likely they think that somebody is going to take an action after X period. Let me break down what that means because this does get a little confusing. Within Facebook, there is a setting under every ad set, under optimization delivery. We go to show more options, and then it's going to give us the option for an attribution setting for 7-day click or 1-day view. What this means and what's so important about this is the 7-day window is how likely they are to think, how likely Facebook thinks that somebody will convert within 7 days of clicking your ad or 1 day after viewing it. So Google's optimizing for people who see a video ad and then by the next day will click on your ad to take them off of Facebook or whatever. So 7 days after somebody clicks, they're monitoring for a conversion, or 1 day after they see your ad. So in this case, some people, I hear this all the time, brought to the table that an impression means that it resets every 24 hours in this case. So if you set your view through at 7 days, it would refresh at 7 days. All this means is that Google's optimizing for people, or I'm sorry, Facebook is optimizing for people who fall in a 7-day click window and a 1-day view window. That's not how they report. Let me show you how they report. So within Facebook, all we have to do is jump into our campaigns. This is one of my test campaigns I run, and they actually have a pre-built model for this. You just go up to your drop down here and we want delivery. Delivery is going to tell us all the information we need to know about this campaign. So reach is how many unique users were reached with our ad. This is how many different people got to see our ad. This is a unique user metric, reach. Frequency means how often they saw the ad. So in this case, 1.38 times per person. So 0.38% of people saw my ad more than once. And then you get your impressions. This is how many impressions were seen. So you could see here that Facebook is double counting impressions, or in this case, how many times. It'll tell you 1.38 times was the amount of time a single user got to see it. So they are counting multiple impressions, and an impression is really straightforward. It just means how many times that user saw your ad in Instagram or Facebook. So if they see your ad, they keep scrolling, and then they go back up and look at your ad again, that's still one impression because that's a single ad. But if 2 hours go by and they see another ad from you or they're being retargeted, that's a secondary impression. So the impression gets set up by every time they see a unique ad being served to them. Whereas your view through window, again, this is where I see a lot of people commenting, your view through window, your attribution window just tells Facebook what to optimize for. People within a 7-day period or a 1-day view window, or people within a 7-day click period and a 7-day view window. So depending on your campaign and your funnel system, that's where it matters. And speaking of funnels, what I like to do is in this delivery phase, you'll see I have this digital circular, meaning I track per platform certain metrics, not off platform, but we'll get to that in another day. We'll go here, and one thing I like to add to all of this is unique link clicks. Apply. I don't care what they cost. I'm just interested in unique link clicks. And we'll see here that even though we're paying more for this 1,000 to be reached, we're actually getting more action on the overall clicks. Less people, way more clicks. So in this situation, just understanding what my impression count is, how often these ads are being served to people, and how they interact with them, I can start really developing my funnel. And here's just some basic metrics I go for. For brand recall, which is going to be impression based, I would use this for top of funnel. And that top of funnel brand recall just means I'm going for a lot of impressions. So I want somebody to see my variation of ads. DCAs with impression-based bidding is the best, in my opinion, for top of brand, because if you're targeting, especially for service businesses in local areas, people get to know your name, get to see who you are multiple times. When people understand my offer multiple times over at a really low cost, get a 10 to 15% brand lift, then I move to frequency capping in middle of funnel. And that may be instant canvas experience. I'm going to leave people on Facebook or on Instagram. That might be Instagram TV or Reels or really cool Instagram videos. But I want them to understand furthering the offer. So people who have seen my ad multiple times might have clicked on it, expanded it, anything. I'm going to retarget them. So I'm going to, in the impressions, I'm not frequency capping. I'm trying to get as many people as possible and constantly rotating ads using DCAs. Then I hit frequency cap for middle of funnel for people who have showed some interest and now are interested. And then I'm really worried about my CTR for bottom of funnel, because these are people who've seen me and interact with me within Facebook and Instagram multiple times. So my CTR better be at the 3, 4, 5% at bottom of funnel, which is super high for Facebook, as you know. So that's how I go. Again, to recap, impressions are double counted the way you're asking, meaning that the same person have seen your ad multiple times in a given 7-day window. Your attribution settings just tells Facebook what you're optimizing for and how likely somebody is to convert over 7 days rather than just the day of. And then if you really, really want to get down to how often people are seeing your ads, you want to pull the frequency report and the total impression share report. I hope this was helpful, and I hope added some value to how to use that to build some funnels. If you found this helpful, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe below or like, comment on the video and share it. As always, good luck and happy marketing.